Well, hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Hilltop Pillbox here in Abbotsford, British Columbia, Canada. And we are on the 8th round of just an amazing game that's been happening, a little back and forth. And yeah, well, we're going to get right to it. So the UK got $52 to spend. We're spending 51. We're upgrading a military base, the one in Alexandria, with a minor complex. That's $8 because that's the difference between. So that's 8. And then we've got 12 in men, so that is 20. 21 here, that's 41. And then we've got 3 and 10, so a commando for FEC and a destroyer for Anzac, so that is the 51, saving 1. Canada has $20 to spend. We're going to spend 14 on a man, an artillery, and a transport, saving 6. South Africa has decided to give its workers a bit of a day off. FEC has got a lot of money to spend. We're spending 33 on 3 cruisers. I've run out of sculpts. And then we've got 3 men for 9. And so that's 42, 43, saving 1. Anzac is building a medium bomber, a fighter. So that's 22. And we're saving 5. All right, so we've got some fun little attacks going on here. And the first attack is going to be, I forgot to mark an attack, so before I get into my attacks, I'm just going to mark the attack. Actually, you know what? I'm not going to do that attack. I kind of thought better of it. Okay, so first attack is going to be all these boats are going to come up here and attack the Japanese fleet that's there. And that is this card. Okay, so he has these nicely painted ships by Sky Marshal are about to go down to the bottom. So we've got 3 cruisers, 3 destroyers, and 2 battleships. And then there's 2 transports. Okay, and coming at this fleet, I'm just going to bring these guys over here to keep it all simple. The coastal sub can only move 1, but it's got a port, so it goes 1, 2. So we've got a sub there at 2. We've got a fleet sub, 1, 2, 3, because of the port. So we've got those 2 at 4. We got these 4 at 4. And then we've got 6 cruisers at 6. So lots of firepower there. And just to throw in another 6, we're going to have this fighter go 1, 2, 3. He's got 2 spots left. He can land in the Carolines or Palau. All right. Either way, he's quite probably dead next turn, but we'll see if he can't help out the cause. Okay, so that's that battle. That's the only shooting on this side of the map. Over here, we've got a very complex battle going on for the battle for Greece. Okay, so every plane you see here up top, they're all going to hit Greece. And I'm going to be loading up these 4 transports. And these 4 transports, actually that I don't need to load up 4. I think it's 3. So we're going to let the South African transport. He's going to come on over here. We're going to load up that man and that man. Is that what we're going to do? Actually, we're going to load up the man and the AA gun. So that's 1, 2, 3. Thanks to the port here. They're going to land there. The AA gun will stay on the transport. This transport will pick up the Churchill, come across, do the same maneuver, come back and drop off here in Greece. This is all going into Greece, not Corinth right now. And these 2 transports, so I've already used 2 transports. These 2 transports are going to come on over here and pick up these 2 tanks and bring them in. So I've got those 2 tanks and all that hitting Greece. Now, if I'm successful with this battle, he has a Bersaglieri and a regular infantry, so he's defending at a 4, and I believe he's defending at a 5 because of the amphibious assault. Well, if I win that, I can then, in my non-combat, activate Turkey, because when the Allies own Greece, they can activate Turkey. So we're going to do that. And that's going to happen with this transport and this man and that tank. Okay. You thought that was confusing. Wait till you see it. Yes, we are doing D-Day. So D-Day is going to happen. And that means that I, as the UK player, get to use all the American stuff that I want that actually takes part in the attack on Bordeaux. And then on the American turn, all this stuff that was used can't be used by the American player. Okay? So, the Germans have a hedgehog, which is an instant kill, so it's a kind of a one and done, but it kills one thing that's landing. There's a coastal gun. I don't have the proper sculpt in here, but the coastal gun is going to fire, and 3 dice at 3 or less at all of the ships that are coming in, and I, as the attacker, get to decide which ships get hurt. And then he's got one in regular infantry defending. So we'll start with the Canadian stuff, of course. So the Canadian transport comes over. He's offloading a man and a tank. Then we have a British transport coming down, and he's bringing with him a commando and a regular infantry. Okay, now we have 2 planes, a Canadian Spitfire and a British Spitfire are coming down. You're saying, well, that's 1, 2, 3. They don't have the range. But they do, because they are going to land on the American carrier. It's coming over, along with the battleship that's coming over. I'm going to get rid of these, because we know that's all combat. And these American transports are coming over. They're bringing 2 mans and 2 Marines and 4 tanks on 3 regular transports and 1 attack transport. But they're also bringing a destroyer. Okay. Plus, we've got these regular transports from the Azores coming in, and they're going to land another tank and infantry each. This is going to be messy, folks. It's just going to look like a mess, kind of like D-Day was, right? The days after D-Day were just messy, messy, messy. They got their mulberry set up just to have it get wiped out by a storm. Now we're bringing 2 destroyers, 1 cruiser. I don't think the sub's very useful down there. I'm going to leave that sub there. That sub can't be hit by the coastal gun anyway. And then we're going to bring this little sub chaser here with us. So if the coastal gun gets a hit, then this is the first thing it's going to take a hit, and then probably damage the battle wagon, because it'll repair on the American turn, which is because it has a port. Then the British ships are also going to come down and join down here. Okay, and I'll be building my transports up here, so that's my intention. If I screw up and put them here, they're supposed to go here, but it's D-Day, so you never know. All right, well, let's start with D-Day. So D-Day, he gets 1 auto hit. So we're going to take this American infantry. Sorry, USA. Okay, so 1 American infantry falls. And then we're going to have 3 shots at 3 for the coastal gun. So these are 3 shots at 3 using those, whatever color that is. Okay, they did get a hit. Okay, so yeah, we're going to take the little American sub PT boat or whatever that is. It's not very effective in battle, so we're going to do that. All right, now it is the invasion's turn. So the battleship is going to bombard at a 6. So we'll do that, because if we get lucky, then... Okay, that's not luck. All right, now we have 2 Spitfires coming in at 7. Okay, so that's it for the lone German infantry, who's going to defend at a 4. This is at a 4, green die at a 4, and no dice for the German infantry. So the German infantry goes, and the coastal gun goes, and the hedgehog goes, and Bordeaux, worth a whole $1, but is now a zone for the British. The British are taking that money. Okay, so that's that battle. On to Greece. So we have these 2 here. We've got these medium bombers coming in. I just don't want to move everything. It's just so annoying. So we got 2 at 4, 4 at 4. Then we got a heavy bomber. That's another 3 at 4. So that's 7 at 4. So we're going to start with 7 at 4 and see if we can't get a couple of hits here. Let's just grab 7 dice. There we go. Oh, look at that. First try. 7 dice at 4. 2 hits possible? Okay, well, there you go. 2 hits is all we needed, and we got them. All right, so they're defending at a 4 and a 5, so a green die and a black die. Okay, so 1 hit. So we'll take the Anzac infantry, kind of running low on those guys, so we'll take the Anzac infantry off of there. And the Bersaglieri and the infantry go away. And the Germans, it's Italians in there, but it was a German place, is now going to the British for another 2. So I'm going to leave that in there so I remember who to drop down on the economy. All right, so that's all done. No more battling going on over here. Now over here, this is the scary one for me. Obviously, I don't think I can win this. I'm just hoping that I do a lot of damage. And I forgot to ask Captain G, order of casualties. Oh, nuts. Well, tell you what, we're just going to roll it out and see what happens. But I think last time I attacked him with his battleships, he kept his battleships. When I attacked the Italians, he kept the battleships. So I'm going to assume that's what he wants to do. We will start with destroyers, move up to cruisers, and then damage, sink, if we even get that far. Okay? Captain G, if that's not what you want, we can re-roll this later on behind closed doors, as it were, and do it the way you'd like. I'm so sorry I started filming and did not do that. That's my bad, 100%. Okay. Well, he's got 3 destroyers, so he could see 6 subs. There's only 2. So we got 2 at 4 with the subs. You know, I'm just going to make sure that coastal subs attack. Oh, good thing I looked. They attack at a 3. All right, so coastal subs at a 3. And then I got 4 destroyers. And I've got 6 cruisers. That's the white dice. Plus I got a fighter. Okay, so that's 7 white dice. Okay. Here we go. So I should have 13 dice. 5, 10, 12. Oh, and what am I missing? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. What am I missing? What am I? Oh, the other sub. There we go. I knew I had 13 units. Okay, if I get 10 hits, I sink everything. So then we won't care about the order of casualties. I sink everything but the... Because he has 8 boats, but the battleships take 2 hits, of course. All right, here we go. Well, I certainly didn't get all the hits that I need, so we're going to get rid of all these double digits. All right. But our 3 got a hit. Oh, don't knock anything. Okay, so I got 6 hits. So 6 hits would be 3 destroyers and 3 cruisers. Okay? This is what I'm assuming. Okay? What I'm assuming is he likes his high dice, so that's what I'm assuming. Here we go. And what I can do is actually roll it out either way for him the second round. I'll do that. I'm going to do that. I'm going to roll both ways, and then I'll let him pick. So he's got 2 at 1 because of the transports that have been very pesky. We've got 3 at 4 with his 3 destroyers, 3 at 6 with his 3 cruisers, and then 2 at 8 with his battle wagons. All right, here we go. Okay, so the ones both got 6s, so they're not being a factor in that round. The 12's a miss for the 8. These are 6s, they're no good, and the green ones are 4s. So he got 3 hits back on me. Okay, so of course, we're going to take the 2 subs and a destroyer. Okay, so 2 subs and a destroyer are gone. I'm going to put them up here in the dead pile. Okay, so it's the second round. 1, 2, 3, 4 hits. I guess 5, 6 essentially as we go on. But if I get 4 hits here, I don't think it'll really matter about the dice, but I'm going to roll it out both ways. So I've got 3 at 4, and I've got 7 at 6. So I'm getting yellow dice. So 3 at 4 and 7 at 6. All right. Here we go. Whoops, this one went out of the... Okay. These are gone. And at 6, that one's a little cocked. Okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we got 6 hits, so that's going to sink everything. Okay, so this is 2 rounds then. And the battleships are both at 8 still. And the transports are both at 1. Okay, here we go. Okay, so 2 more hits for the battleships. Okay, so I'm going to use these dice here. On the second round, he got 2 hits using the battleships. Okay, now I'm going to roll as though he kept the battleships, had them damaged, and that means he would have kept 2 cruisers, which means he'd be rolling 4 dice at 6. Okay, so this is in the alternate world where I actually asked him what he wanted me to take for hits. And there you go. Now he's gotten. Oh, I haven't rolled for him yet. All right. So here we go. These are he got 2. I'll just put this here. So he got 2 hits on me, or did I do that already? I did that. Okay. Sorry, folks. Here we go. So here are at 6. Okay. So he got 2 again. Okay. Great. Thank you, dice. Okay. So it's all the same. That's everything. Okay, so that battle is over. He got 2 more hits on me, so I'm going to take 2 more destroyers off the board. Is that what I want to do? Yeah, I'm going to hang on to my airplane. Okay, so this is all dead. I can't do anything with it right now except kind of move it off to the side. And then this fleet is up here. In place of the Japanese fleet. Okay, so there are 4 cruisers and there are 6 cruisers and 1 destroyer in 108, and all this stuff here is dead. Okay, well that went remarkably better than I thought it was going to go. And that is all of the attacks. So I'm going to pause it here and clean some stuff up, and then I'm going to do the non-com movements, just so you know this plane. Now, considering it's here, I think we gotta, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Yeah, I gotta go to the Carolines. I think it's the only place I can be somewhat safe. Okay, I'm just gonna pause, and we're gonna come back with our non-com movements and placement of units. Okay, so for non-com, we had 3 boats here in the convoy zone. So the Dutch destroyer and the Anzac sub are going to go 1, 2 up into, actually not going to go into Hawaiian waters. They're going to go into 121. 121. This destroyer is going to go 1, 2 into sea zone 96. That seems rather silly, actually. I didn't think I'd win this battle. So I'm going to go 1, 2. I'm going to go there into 95. Okay. This destroyer and 2 cruisers are going to go 1, 2, 3. Is that what they're going to do? No, they're not. No, they're not. Let's see here. 1, 2. Okay, yeah. So we're going to come up to Northern Australia. Right there. They're done. Non-combat here, we got 1 guy. He's just going to walk into French Indochina. And then we're going to move 3 infantry, 4 regular tanks, and 2 Churchills into Siam. Everything from Burma just went into Siam. And the man from Bangladesh is going to walk into Burma. Okay, so that is everything on this side of the board. So we'll do our placements right now, just so it's pretty simple stuff. So Anzac is placing a bomber, a medium bomber, and a fighter in Sydney. And the UK is placing a destroyer in Sea Zone 99. Okay. Over here for FEC. FEC has done all of its non-combat, and FEC is building 3 men. 1 is going at the military base in Singapore. 1 is going in Bangladesh. 1 is going in West Bengal. And we have 3 cruisers. And they did all right for the Anzac. Here's hoping they do okay for FEC. So there's now 5 cruisers and 1 destroyer in Sea Zone 68. All right, now on to this side, because now this non-combat's kind of crazy. So we got a bomber in South Africa. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He's going to land in Calcutta. That's it for that. We're going to move part of this fleet out to this card here. So you can see it's got a different logo on it than that naval logo there. So we are going to be bringing 2 battleships, a fleet carrier, and 3 destroyers. Okay, so battleship, a fleet carrier, and 3 destroyers are now here in Sea Zone 65. Sea Zone 65. And I know it's tough to keep track of everything even when I'm doing it, and I know how tough it is to when other guys are trying to get their maps up to speed. So if I repeat myself a lot, it's with the best of intentions. Now these 2 tacticals, they did not take part in the battle. They stayed behind. That's why they were back here doing a non-combat. So they can move from Alexandria. They can move 5. 1, 2, 3, and they can land in Kharkov. So we're going to have them land up in Kharkov. 2 British tacticals. And the man from the Caucasus is going to walk up to Kharkov, and the man from Baku is going to walk into Caucasus. This destroyer is going to non-combat into this sea zone. And this transport is going to go 1, 2. It's going to be picking up the South African, it's just UK, and a UK tank. All right, at the same time. The tank is going to go back here in Ankara, and the infantry is going to go into Istanbul. Okay, and so the British are going to take over Turkey and all of the riches within. So they get all those units. I think that is all the non-com movements there. These bombers all ended up back at this base in Alexandria. All right, there we go. All right, now you're going to see the D-Day. The D-Day non-com is a thing of beauty. After D-Day, and you can obviously, the UK player is the person who, you decide jointly, of course. And Triple Crown really wanted to do it, and I thought, yeah, let's do it. So now I can use up to 6 transports to 3 transports to transport another 6 units from anywhere that the transports can reach. So even if they took part in the battle, any units. So we are just going to go in here and we are going to grab 6 men and we're going to bring them back here into Bordeaux. Okay? Thanks to the D-Day special rule. That's where we are. These planes are going to land on the Hornet, the U.S. carrier. And remember, they are both Spitfires. I don't have a way to designate that when they are not on the flight stands. All the other planes, we are going to, we're going to do this. We're just going to move 2 Spitfires up to Liverpool. Okay. All right. That, I think, is everything. That was craziness. A lot of fun. It's 24 minutes of a lot of good times here. And hopefully it all makes sense. All right. So, in the... Let's see. Yeah. I'm just going to have to do the economy at some other time. No money changed hands here. There was no changing of hands. So FEC and ANZAC remain at where they are, which is 37 and 22 respectively. They didn't gain any cash. UK is going to go up 5, 2 for Greece, 2 for Istanbul, and 1 for Ankara. And UK is going to go up 1 more, so that's 6 for Bordeaux. So Germany is going to go down 3, and that is it for trading hands, any economic impact. Well, thank you so much for watching, folks. We hope that this is able to stick around. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. We have 15 units plus the 6 infantry I just brought over. We have 21 units on the coast of France now, and we're hoping they can stick around. Got a whole bunch of very angry Italians over here with some angry Germans. They might have something to say about this, but we're hoping we can hold it. It's going to be interesting. So wish us luck. I don't know if you saw Triple Crown's turn, but he was able to dispatch both the northern and southern armies of the Germans. So there's a small pocket of Italian-German fighting forces there, and some in the south here, and a little bit of a force in Leningrad. But Triple Crown has done an excellent job, a masterful job at defending his homeland. Done it very, very well. Over here, Japan is spring-loaded and ready to rock and roll. They've got so much stuff here. Shanghai is starting to sink into the ocean, so not sure what his plans are for it. But he took everything out of here in order to make this landing down here in Brunei. So we will see what he does. He's got 8 units down here, plus he's got these 2 fleets. So he's got a lot of firepower. He's got veteran fighters, got a tactical, even got the Siamese plane still surviving, and 2 Yamato class. So that's what the red accents on the boats are. They're Yamato class. And so they take 3 hits. They fire at a 9, bombard at an 8, I think, if I remember correctly. But they're pretty nasty. So we're going to try to get out of the way. Mostly. That's why I was careful about where I was putting all these boats. Oh, and this is my final, since I haven't collected money yet, I can still do a final maneuver, right? Yeah, the final maneuver is to get the heck out of Dodge. And yeah, we are going to come down. Is that where we're going to come down? No, we don't want to do that. Where are we going with these things? 1, 2, 3. Well, that's bad on me. So I'm just going to go back to Australia with these guys here. And you see I've got this out here, so I'm burning the port in Java. I hate doing it, but with his fleet here, if he comes down and takes it, now he's got lots and lots of range. So we're burning the port facility in Java. Never used any boats in this zone, so no blood, no foul. All right, that's everything, folks. Thanks so much for watching. It's going to be very interesting to see Captain G's response to what's going on here. You can see the communists are just breeding like rabbits over here. Like, look at all these guys. And we'll see if he's going to fight for Korea or take the fight and head towards our victory cities in Singapore and Calcutta. And this is not to be trifled with. We'll see what he does. But as we always say, thank your friends for playing these games. So thank you to my teammate and my opponent. Hug your loved ones. And as always, may those dice be with you.